This is the story of the strangest, most Lexapro-ridden dream I've ever had that really had me questioning my sanity. It all started in a hotel room. I went to sleep after a long day, only to wake up what felt like an hour later with a strange feeling. I groggily got out of bed and noticed an interesting, colorful box in the corner. I tried to open this box, but struggled as it seemed to be tightly sealed from all edges. I thought this must be some strange dream and decided to try to go back to sleep. This time, I woke up back in my apartment with my roommate. I was stumbling around, uncontrollably breaking things. She was upset, but eventually told me that she was a Shah, or shaman, and that the universe was created by one soul. Not one person or one physical being, but one soul. We began to get ready for bed at 10 p.m., but decided to go out that night instead. Upon leaving, however, we noticed that the sun was high in the sky, and when I checked my phone, it read 2:30 p.m. Once I realized that this might not be reality, I was swept into a whirlwind, throwing me into the forest, spinning me, and throwing me around. I woke up abruptly once again, gasping for air. I was back in my hotel room. I got out of bed to see some of my friends sitting in a circle, talking and laughing. I tried to explain to them my strange dream, but they ignored me and spoke loudly over me. It was as if they didn't even realize I was there, or were purposely trying to speak over me and silence me. In frustration, I went back to sleep, only to wake up once again back in the same hotel room. This time, I left the hotel room and walked outside. I witnessed people limping and trudging around outside with a lifeless look in their eye. I tried to speak to people, but nobody responded. Eventually, I found my dad in a strange zombie state. He told me that we are all trapped in this endless dream reality, and I have no choice but to get used to it. I woke up in a panic this time, hoping I was finally back in my own reality. I desperately tried to document my strange dream and experience, as no one would listen before, but I struggled typing it out and realized my keyboard was upside down and the letters were floating around. In frustration, I squeezed my eyes shut and forced myself to sleep again. In my final dream, I woke up back in the hotel room to see my parents laying lifelessly on a bed. I approached them and realized they were strange wooden puppets. In panic and frustration, I shook my mother's puppet until it broke. At this point, the moment she broke, the TV in the hotel room flickered on and displayed a hand turning on a switch. I somehow realized what I had to do and broke my father's puppet as well and found the switch beneath his chest. Once I flicked the switch, the colorful box appeared once again. This time, it opened. It was full of explosives. I reached out to touch them, but as my finger brushed across them, they exploded, and I jolted awake for the final time. I was finally back in reality, bewildered and confused.